So I just found out that there's jellyfish off the coast of Spain that can basically be immortal by just resetting their biological clock. What?
What?
All right, I don't know. That's just your fun fact for the day. Today, we are checking out this video. Bold statement here. France just became Europe's most dangerous military force. I kind of get it. I know, like, in France, like, you guys, what is it? You have that parade where you have all the military equipment come out. I know France is kind of big on military a little bit. I just didn't know that they were the biggest in Europe. I always just think it's the UK, but that's just my American mind and what I've learned. So apparently they just became it. Let's find out why. Hit the like button. Let's just dive in. All right, France, come at me, bro.
France, the birthplace of military strategy, home to one of the world's most advanced nuclear arsenals, and a nation that punches far above its weight on the global stage. With a defense budget surpassing 50 billion euros, a fully independent nuclear deterrent, and a military presence stretching from Africa to the Indo-Pacific, France is not just Europe's second most powerful military, it's a force to be reckoned with. But how does France truly stack up against the world's military giants? And more importantly, is it prepared for the threats of 2025 and beyond? Let's find out.
Let's hope there are no threats. Please, everybody, can everyone take a chill pill? I don't want any more threats. I'm so tired of people fighting, but we're here for the military, so let's go.
Nations have a military history as storied as France. From Napoleon's conquest to leading the charge against Nazi Germany, France has always been a central player in warfare. Even in the modern era, France has consistently maintained its status as a global military power, intervening in conflicts across Africa, the Middle East, and beyond. But today's battles are no longer fought with muskets or bayonets. The threats of 2025 are hybrid, technological, and asymmetric. Cyber warfare.
Yeah, it's so crazy the way that they fight wars now, like with technology and everything. Just absolutely crazy. You know, we used to just stand in a line like men and just shoot at each other.
Hypersonic weapons and geopolitical instability are reshaping the battlefield. So how is France adapting? On the ground, the Armée de Terre remains one of Europe's most formidable land forces, blending centuries of battlefield experience with cutting-edge military technology. The backbone of the force, over 200,000 active personnel, reinforced by a highly mobile armored corps. At its heart,
that's a lot.
The Leclerc XLR main battle tank, a battle-proven war machine equipped with a 120mm smoothbore gun, advanced composite armor, and a new digital battlefield integration system.
Fuck, that
While
thing's
not
booking
as numerous as its American or Russian counterparts, each Leclerc is a force multiplier, optimized for speed and firepower. Infantry units have also undergone a high-tech transformation. The Scorpion program is redefining ground warfare, integrating AI-driven battlefield coordination, next-gen armored vehicles like the Griffin and Jaguar, and real-time soldier connectivity via the...
They call that thing a Jaguar? Yo, I don't know if I'm like for robots fighting because I don't want humans to die. So I'm like, when are we going to get these like humanoid robots out there just to fight the wars? I guess you can't really win. Like, we destroyed all your robots. Surrender now? I don't know. It's coming though. After they come for everyone's jobs, then they'll go into the military. I'm in a funky mood today, you guys, all right? We're talking about war and military here, all right? Trying to keep the mood light.
Armored vehicles like the Griffin and Jaguar, and real-time soldier connectivity via the Phelan system. Think of it as turning every soldier into a walking command center. And with expanding drone warfare capabilities, the focus isn't just on boots on the ground.
Crazy.
It's about knowing exactly when and where to place them. When it comes to naval power, only one European country operates a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. And it's not the UK or Germany. The Charles de Gaulle, the pride of the Marine Nationale, is a 42,000-ton warship capable of launching Rafale M multi-role fighters, wielding the latest in electronic warfare, and serving as a floating command hub for global operations. But that's just the tip of the spear. Beneath the waves, the Barracuda-class attack submarines provide unparalleled stealth and strike capabilities, able to deliver Scalp naval cruise missiles deep into enemy territory without ever being detected.
Submarines are so crazy. I've seen one before in person. They're just, what? Who had the idea? Like, let's go underwater with a vehicle, a boat, but we take a boat, we put it underwater. Like, just nuts, dude.
These submarines are considered some of the most advanced
Look how
in the
big
world,
that thing is.
rivaling the latest American and Russian designs. Above the surface,
Really?
the FREM multi-role frigates and the upcoming FDI-class destroyers ensure dominance in anti-submarine, anti-air, and electronic warfare. And with the expansion of the PANG program, a next-generation nuclear carrier set to replace Charles de Gaulle in the 2030s, maritime power is only getting stronger. Simply put, whether it's securing European waters or projecting power across the Indo-Pacific, these warships guarantee a blue water navy capable of going anywhere, anytime. When a nation's air force can sell fighter jets to both India and Egypt, two nations that don't exactly agree on much, you know it's doing something right. The Armée de l'Air et de l'Espace is spearheaded by the Rafale, a fighter so
Wait, hold on. Who are they selling them to?
going anywhere, anytime. When a nation's air force can sell fighter jets to both India and Egypt, two nations that don't
Okay, India and Egypt. I think I'm just a little relieved to hear that another Western country is selling weapons to other countries. I feel like that's always our job, or not our job, but what we always, what I always hear. Like, you know, Americans, you guys want war everywhere, and I mean, it's probably not wrong. Not like American citizens, but the government. France does it too, though. Good to know.
that don't exactly agree on much, you know it's doing something right. The Armée de l'Air et de l'Espace is
Doing something
spearheaded by the
right or
Rafale,
wrong?
a fighter so advanced that even allies like Greece and Indonesia are eager to get their hands on it. Capable of everything from air superiority to nuclear strike missions, it's the ultimate do-it-all jet. And speaking of nuclear capabilities, the airborne leg of the deterrent remains as sharp as ever. The ASMPA supersonic missile, carrying a 300-kiloton nuclear warhead, ensures that even in a worst-case scenario, retaliation is always on the table. Logistics are just as crucial. With A330 Phoenix tankers, long-range power projection is a reality, ensuring that combat aircraft can operate anywhere from West Africa to the South Pacific without breaking a sweat. But the real game changer? Space and cyber warfare. The newly formed Commandement de l'Espace is ramping up efforts to defend satellites, counter cyber threats, and develop next-gen surveillance capabilities. Because in modern warfare, controlling the skies also means controlling what's beyond them. With a fully modernized army, a world-class navy, and an air force that stands shoulder to shoulder with the best, this military isn't just built for defense, it's designed to operate anywhere in the world. And in a world growing more unstable, that's exactly the kind of force projection that keeps adversaries on edge. While some European nations rely entirely on NATO for protection, others prefer to stand on their own. This military force walks a fine line, a key NATO pillar, yet fiercely independent when it comes to defense strategy. With an estimated 300,000 NATO troops now stationed along Europe's eastern flank, its forces play a crucial role in deterring Russian aggression. French troops are deployed in Estonia, Romania, and Poland as part of the enhanced forward presence, reinforcing NATO's collective security in case of conflict. But when push comes to shove, reliance on NATO isn't the only option. Unlike Germany or Italy, France maintains a fully independent nuclear deterrent, meaning its military decisions don't require approval from Washington or Brussels. Whether that's an advantage or a diplomatic headache depends on who you ask. Beyond Europe, forces are constantly engaged in global interventions, from counterterrorism operations in Africa to securing maritime routes in the Indo-Pacific. With permanent military bases in Djibouti, the UAE, and Réunion.
Whose booty?
Pacific. With permanent military bases in Djibouti, the UAE, and Réunion, the ability to deploy rapidly across multiple continents remains unmatched by any European counterpart. And in a world where maritime trade is a battlefield, a strong naval presence in choke points like the Strait of Hormuz and the Red Sea ensures global economic stability. In short, this isn't just a regional force, it's a global one. Close allies like the United States and the United Kingdom remain vital partners, with joint training exercises and intelligence sharing agreements keeping forces in sync. But unlike most NATO members, this military doctrine is built on one clear principle: autonomy. The ability to act alone, if necessary.
That's cool.
No foreign bases, no nuclear sharing agreements, just sovereign military power. Yet the threats of 2025 aren't just about tanks and warships. Cyber warfare, artificial intelligence, and space dominance will define future conflicts. And with increasing investments in these fields, a new era of warfare is already being prepared for. So, with one foot firmly planted in NATO and another on the global stage, this military isn't just defending its homeland, it's shaping the future of European defense. But what's next? Emerging threats and opportunities will determine how this force evolves in the coming years. And the answers might surprise you. Tomorrow's wars won't be fought the same way as today's. While aircraft carriers and fighter jets still dominate the battlefield, the real game changers are autonomous systems, cyber warfare, and next-gen AI integration. The Future Combat Air System, FCAS.
Look at that thing.
Europe's answer to the F-35 and China's J-20 is set to replace the Rafale by 2040, bringing AI-driven pilots and...
It's already done, just in case you guys were wondering. Whenever they're like, the new jet will be out in 2040, yeah, it's been operational for a while.
into the fight. Meanwhile, the next generation Pang aircraft carrier, set to deploy by the 2030s, will redefine naval power with autonomous deck operations and next-gen electromagnetic launch systems. But the battlefield isn't just on land, sea, or air anymore. Cyber warfare and space dominance are becoming as important as tanks and missiles.
Yeah, honestly, if there was another war, not a world war, but like just a war, like it most likely is going to be fought like cyber warfare. What's that saying about, what is it? When World War III is fought, it'll be fought with sticks and stones. Who said that? I forgot. Hopefully it wasn't somebody bad. I don't know.
With major investments in both, this military force is preparing for conflicts where a single keystroke could be deadlier than a bullet. So, as the world moves into a new era of warfare, this military isn't just keeping up, it's leading the charge. The question is, will it be enough to maintain dominance in an increasingly unstable world?
Oh, all right. That was interesting. Yeah, so I had no idea that France's military was like so robust. Also, I'm not, as much as I'm American, I'm not like a big military guy. I do have family members, a brother who's in the military, in the Air Force, but yeah, just never was really, not really my shtick. But informative video, and appreciate the recommendation. I'm gonna head out. I gotta go make some dinner. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.